Hi everyone, it's the 18th of January 2021 and we're looking down on Tropical Cyclone Kimi, which is a Category 2 on the Australian scale and a tropical storm on the Saffir-Simpson scale. The centre of the storm kind of has an eye. It's off of Hinchinbrook Island. You can see the little hole in the centre of the reflectivity. This storm is truly making everyone look like a fool in the forecasting game, because just take a look at this track. I mean, it was supposed to make landfall, but now the Bureau have the storm coming up just off of Palm Island and then doing a loop and progressing back up the coast. And this is actually what the Hurricane Wharf was doing yesterday. That's interesting. Wow. What does the JTWC have? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I mean, look, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center still have the storm coming on land at 55 knots, a tropical storm, strength storm. Here are the latest model tracks, and you can see why the Bureau of Meteorology have turned it around and made it go back up the coast. Just extraordinary. The models seem to be coming into agreement of a track back up towards the northwest. Here is an example of one of the models. This is the Hurricane Wharf, and this shows the surface winds, and where it's in the greens, that means it's a tropical storm. And if it gets into the purples, then it's a hurricane, but that doesn't happen with this storm. And as we go forward, you can see the low pressure center weakening and basically not really moving, strengthening there a little bit, and then eventually making landfall as a tropical depression just up the coast a little bit. I was about to say that it's a slow-moving storm, so you've got to worry about heavy rain. And surely you probably do at the moment. There is some heavy rain onshore. But I was going to check the GFS total precipitation, and look, the GFS just totally destroys the storm and keeps it offshore. So I don't know what to make of that. That is just nothing. This is definitely one of the situations where you have to question the JTWC's use of certain words, such as the storm will do something. We have no idea what the storm's going to do. One of the things we can look at between these two very different forecasts is the time at which they were issued. So the bomb was issued at 4:42 p.m. Australian Eastern, and the JTWC is at 0 UTC. So Australian Eastern time is 10 hours ahead of UTC, I believe. So this one was 10 a.m. and this is 4:42 p.m. I hope I've got that right. But anyway, it shows that the Bureau of Meteorology's forecast is the more recent one. And that kind of fits with the latest model track, showing that it does actually take this turn as opposed to this JTWC track taking on land. Quite a transformation in track. I'm finishing up here by looking at the Bureau of Meteorology's model and the storm. Unfortunately, we don't have the best bomb model because they don't publish it online, which is the tropical cyclone model, but I believe that's the case. And the low pressure just sits there and dissipates in place in this simulation. So regardless, there'll be some heavy rain on the coast, but it really doesn't look like a major impact unless the storm is actually being poorly initialized and does take that Joint Typhoon Warning Center track. You know, I'm just going to have a quick check back at the ASCAT and some other things. I mean, this storm is truly a forecaster's nightmare. It's got very active convection, it's just off the coast, and the models are all showing it behave bizarrely. But you know what? Those models, they just don't have good initialization for this case. They're not going to be initializing the central vortex correctly. So maybe the H-Wharf, which also did have it dissipating. Man, I don't know. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments.